Hello everybody, this is Zankoku, the most dangerous man on YouTube, and I am bringing you a video that I should not have had to make, but shit has gotten to be stupid ridiculous. YouTube has taken down my video, That's Fucked Up, Episode 2, Akisora, for a violation of community guidelines, and my channel was given a strike. I appealed, they denied the appeal, and I'm just really frustrated with the whole thing, because when you violate, supposedly violate, they don't tell you exactly what was wrong. 5 minutes in, this happens, and that's what you're getting. No, you get this copy pasted statement from the community guidelines. And so let me just read you what they sent me. YouTube is not the place for nudity, pornography, or other sexually provocative content. YouTube makes limited exceptions for appropriate educational, documentary, artistic, and scientific context, but only in limited circumstances where the purpose of posting is clear and any nudity is not sexual in nature. Okay, so just reading that, it's really vague and open to interpretation. And I take great lengths to censor my content so that I do not violate community guidelines. However, they think I did. Let's take a look, and I am going to show you some videos that have obviously gone through the YouTube checks and are deemed acceptable. And let's just compare and contrast and see where exactly I went wrong, where exactly I violated the community guidelines. So let's start with the first one, nudity. Now, I can understand things like what happened with WatchMojo's video, where it appears that they just missed it. They didn't realize that there was a naked girl dancing there. Well, I'm talking about, purposeful, like this video here, the top 5 gratuitous nude scenes in movies. I mean, here I'm censoring the stuff out because I could never get away with this. I could never post nudity in any context, let alone the context that they're posting it here, which includes sex scenes, by the way. So it's sexual in nature, the nudity. But let's get on with it. My video, Akisora, all the nudity was censored. I made sure that there was no nipples anywhere to be seen in that video. And since the original source material had no genitalia, I didn't even have to worry about that. So here we have a video that has obviously been reviewed, because you can see where it says age restricted based on community guidelines. You only get that message if YouTube reviewed your video. And YouTube reviewed their video and said, nope, this doesn't violate anything. It may be not appropriate for younger viewers, so we'll age restrict it, but it's not a violation. However, my video is a violation, and it has no nudity. So I actually, honestly, I win this round. I had no nudity. This has nudity. This was fine. Mine was not. So, okay, let's move on to the next one, okay? Pornography. So, once again, pornography. To me, that means, people having actual sex on camera. You go to a porn site, the pornography is what you see. And once again, no nudity, but let's just say, yes, okay, the content was racy. Akisora is a racy anime. But so is the movie Basic Instinct, which our friends at CinemaSins made an everything wrong with video, very long video, 17 minutes plus, and they show several of the sex scenes, and they talk about it, and it's a comedy video, but so was mine a comedy video, and honestly, the amount of sex scenes in comparison is no contest. They have a lot more sex scenes and longer sex scenes. Mine very short, probably not even half as long as their video, and honestly, not pornographic to begin with, not pornographic afterwards. And I can go on and on. I mean, if that's their ideal for pornography, no better ever do a review of 50 Shades of Grey, because honestly, oh my god, they should just nuke your channel then. I mean, they shouldn't even be showing trailers for that, because that's a trailer for a porno then. It can't be pornography. That's just insane. So let's move on to the next one. Sexually provocative content. And then this is the one where I just laugh my ass off, because, YouTube is not the place for sexual provocative content. No, YouTube is the #1 place for sexually provocative content. Just look at these videos. Nicki Minaj's Anaconda video is oozing with provocative sexual imagery. I mean, it's basically her talking about her ass and how, come on, it's time to have anal sex with her. I mean, that's what it is. It's like, you know, an advertisement for anal sex with Nicki Minaj. And, you know, the thing where she's got the banana and then she's spraying whipped cream over her chest, you know, which is also alluding to pornos that have the guy doing his money shot all over the chest of a woman. That's what that is. I mean, how you can't get any more provocative than that, except if she totally took off her clothes and then had a guy actually start doing her. I mean, then you got Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball video where she's naked on a wrecking ball and she's committing acts of fellatio on a sledgehammer. This is sexually provocative content, and if you notice, it has hundreds of millions of views. Someone had to have flagged that shit, and they had to have been reviewed. But guess what? They don't even age restrict it. They don't even age restrict any of those. So like a 10-year-old can watch these and feel funny downstairs. I mean, honestly, any heterosexual male who doesn't feel a little funny watching these videos better go see a doctor, because I think your heart may have stopped, okay? That could be a serious problem. You should really check that out. But nothing that is in my Akisora video even comes close to the per-second sexual innuendo as those videos. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even a comparison. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So honestly, I have not even achieved the amount of sexual provocative content that these videos have put on. I'm not even like in the 10th percentile. I am under that. I'm like maybe 2% of the provocativity in there. If there's even a provocativity index, I don't know. Provocativeness, I don't know. But it's ridiculous. So once again, no nudity. It's not pornography. It's definitely not as sexually provocative as all these other videos that are fine on YouTube. So what is it? What did I actually do wrong? Well, some people have said that there is that one scene in the video. And that one scene I have in the video, and it's really short. I mean, it lasts for like a second. And it's actually probably one of the most artistic and most human moments in that entire series of insanity. And that's when, right after Aki assaults Sora and in the bathroom, and Sora runs out, Aki is left there, and she's looking down at her hands and looking at the evidence of what she did. And it feels almost like a scene from a movie where someone just took a life, and they're looking at their hands, and they see the bloodstains on their hands, and they realize what they have done wrong, and the line that they've crossed, and they can never wash the blood off their hands. The same way Aki can never wash the sin off of her hands for what she did. There's no turning back, and it is a very moving and poignant scene. It harkens back to one of the great scenes in the Evangelion Rebirth movie, where Shinji was in Asuka's hospital room, and he was trying to wake her up, and he saw some things, and then he did some things, and then he looks at his hand, and he goes, "I hate myself," or says he's the worst, depending on what translation you get. And it's that similar type of moment, similar type of moment. And it's powerful, and it's artistic, and it is not sexual in any way. It's actually like a sad, tragic moment. But someone might say, oh, well, that is a depiction of semen, and semen is definitely a violation of YouTube services, or content guidelines, services, whatever. But let me show you this. Watch Mojo's top 10 hilarious movie masturbation scenes. Yes, there is a top 10 of masturbation scenes. I mean, talk about sexually provocative content. Well, they have the scene from There's Something About Mary, where he masturbates and basically shoots his load onto his ear, and it's dangling there. And of course, I have to censor it because, I am held to a higher standard than any other channel out there, I guess. I mean, case in point. And they don't, it's not even, it's a few seconds. They don't gloss over it. It's the point of the scene. And that's a comedy video. Mine's a comedy video. I mean, but my channel gets nuked And they age restricted. Once again, there you see it says age restricted. It's not. It has been deemed to be okay with the community guidelines. So there you have it. I mean, this is definitive proof that YouTube just arbitrarily enforces their policies. That what's good for some channels is not good for other channels, and it's bullshit. And my goal is not to have any of these videos removed. No, my goal is to have YouTube realize how crap their system is and that they need to change it. I wish they would just get rid of community guidelines altogether. I mean, they're just bullshit, especially if, you know, it's good for one channel but not for the other. I mean, and the fact that when you go to appeal their decision, you have less characters than a freaking tweet to defend yourself. And honestly, I wish I could just show them this video and say, hey, look at this, this, and this, and tell me my video doesn't stack up against it. I mean, my video is not as bad, in most cases, so much more tame than all these videos. And these videos are allowed to exist, mine not. And it's just crap. And you know, and in the end, I'm just being censored. I'm not allowed to share to express myself, because I don't know whether or not it's going to violate some hidden secret thing. And therefore, I end up not making the video. And that's suppression right there. So, anyways, I'm just completely frustrated. You know, I wish they could remove the strike off my channel so that I can, you know, post longer videos and have custom thumbnails. I wish I could have my video still up and running, because the people enjoyed it. It was my third most popular video. It was well liked, but here we are. So, I mean, the only thing I can think of is just watch it, thumbs it up, tweet it out to everyone, share with your friends, and maybe someone from YouTube will realize that they're stupid and they need to change things. Until then, maybe also use this as a warning to any of you guys who want to start out, that it's a risk. Anytime you hit that upload button, you could just get smacked for something stupid. I mean, like, the most ironic thing that could possibly happen is that I get a strike because of this video, because it's not the place for nudity or pornography or sexually provocative content, which is like, this entire video is basically made up of approved YouTube content. So I don't know. I don't know. It's ridiculous. And it's sad that I have to make a video like this, but in a way, maybe it's a little cathartic for me, little therapeutic that I get this out of my system so I can stop just fuming over it. So anyways, there you go. Perhaps in the future, I'll just do what seems popular and safe, which is make gameplay videos or talk about Gamergate. But no, wait, those are fine for those channels, but probably not for me, you know, so I don't know, whatever. But in the end, YouTube, you suck. I just wish there was an alternative that wasn't so just head up their own ass. But unfortunately, there isn't, so I don't know. I'll just keep chugging along. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. Anyways, see you later.